Welcome. We are back at the Pannala circuit in Sri Lanka, and here we have a Honda Civic. Now, this is a car that is preferred by the young father because its sporty looks reminds him of his younger Tamil nostalgic days. It's got 4 doors and 2 seats at the back, which means he can put his noisy kids in there. And it's a very economical car, which means that there is less money to spend on petrol and more money for wife to go shopping. However, this Honda Civic that we have here is not any ordinary Civic. This is a limited edition Mugen RR. Underneath the hood, it's got a K20A 2-litre engine that produces a whopping 240 brake horsepower. That is 240 brake horsepower from a normally aspirated engine. No other car manufacturer in the world can do that. It's got stiffer suspension, which means it's lower to the ground, and it's very hard too. And your kids will be banging their heads against the ceiling. It's also got a free-flowing exhaust, which means that it will suck up fuel faster than your wife can spend money shopping. It's also got big brakes, which means that it will stop, and it is very, very fast. The Honda Civic Mugen RR is a very special car, not just for its svelte looks, its loads of carbon fiber, and its amazing performance, but because of the simple fact that it is a front-wheel drive 4-door sedan that doesn't have a turbocharger. If you have a car at home that you use to do your grocery shopping, transport your kids, go around town, most likely it is a similar car to this, a front-wheel drive 4-door sedan. But what makes this car very special is that it is not only the fastest front-wheel drive 4-door sedan in Sri Lanka, it is the fastest front-wheel drive 4-door normally aspirated sedan in the world. Having said that, I think it's my turn to have a go. So, the Honda Civic Mugen RR. Just sitting in this car really is a treat. It's got this huge dashboard, which I really, really like. And in the center console, it's just not fussy at all. There's just a huge rev counter that shows that this car can rev all the way to 9,000 RPM. And it's got a digital speedometer right up front so that I can see how fast I'm going. It's got 3 gauges over here that show me oil pressure, oil temperature, and water temperature. But the most overwhelming thing about this car when you sit in it are these comfortable bucket seats. I know some people will say that they are uncomfortable because they are hard and they hug your shoulders. But for me, for a true petrol head, for a passionate petrol head, this is extremely comfortable. Just driving this car a few meters, it feels like a go-kart. The suspension is very poised, it's very stiff. The nose is pointing forward because it's a front-wheel drive car, and the nose needs to point forward so that it can get the most amount of traction out of the corners and under braking. I'm just cruising around now, getting a feel of the car and seeing what it can do. The throttle response is fantastic. Just a touch of the pedal and the car is off. There's no lag because there's no turbo. And as soon as you hit 5,800 RPM, the VTEC ons. And it's in Holy Ghost mode. 8,000 RPM, changing gear, 6,000 RPM, braking hard, into second. We take the first right-hander. Whoa! There is just so much of power in this car. I can feel the front wheels braking traction. Round the right-hander smooth. Out of the corner. 8,000 into third. 7,000 RPM. 8,000 RPM. Into fourth. And now to the braking zone. Back into third. Back into second. Over the second gear. Right-hander. Oh my goodness me. Oh, this car really is a treat to drive. Into 6,000 RPM over the left-hand thing, and now we come to the tight left-hand U-turn. It's a 180-degree corner. This corner really is a test of a car's handling potential, and the Mugen RR just eats it alive. Woo! Fantastic. Over the first S, over the second S, and it's just hugging the corner. It's just hugging the curb. I almost feel like I can see the front tires, and I can point them in whichever direction I want it to go, and it just does that. It is absolutely phenomenal. Oh, and the noise of that engine is just phenomenal. I'm going to put the shutter down so that you can get a good noise of that. Again, second gear, right-hander. VTEC on. 8,500 RPM. Wow! Back into second. Just listen to that glorious engine screaming with all its might. This car. Honda really know how to build a car. They have a magnificent racing pedigree, starting off with their Honda Civic EFs, and then the EGs, and then the EK, and now this version, the FD2. It really has racing heritage. Honda Civics have dominated the international racing scene for well over 2 decades, and this is the result of it. It is a phenomenal car. Perfectly poised, perfectly balanced, magnificent front-end bite, thundering acceleration, and more than that, it's just such a pleasure to drive. And you can do lap after lap, corner after corner, and you can feel that this car just says, give me more, give me more. I can almost hear it, yes, I can almost hear it saying, Ishraq, is that all you've got? Come on, give me some more. So I think to myself, and I say, yes, why not? Oh, yes. Just listen to that VTEC noise. It is unbelievable. It is so good. I'm sorry if I'm rambling on, but I just can't stop talking about this car. This car really is a wonderful automobile. It is a work of art. Mugen have done something special. They've taken a good car. The FD2 was a good car. It really was. No, it was a great car. And they've built this Mugen RR, which one would have thought was not possible, but they've done it. They've made it even better. This car is phenomenal. It really is. This segment of this Mugen RR on a sad note. You see, Honda have decided to cancel the Type R. It is no longer going to be built. They've decided to go on a hybrid, energy efficient route. This car now is very special. 10 years from now, it will be a legend. Remember it. The Honda Civic Mugen RR. Back to you in the studio.